Okay, let me take this opportunity on behalf of the West Indies Cricket Board and our Kiddy Cricket sponsor to welcome you young men and young women to this, our Kiddy Cricket Summer Camp 2013. First of all, let me tell you up front that you are a lucky set of young people, because for the 50 odd of you that are here, there are 50,000 other youngsters in Jamaica who would have loved to have this opportunity. Okay? So you are very lucky, and I would like you to use the opportunities that are going to be presented over the week very wisely. Just to remind you that the Kiddy Cricket program is really a program sponsored by Scotiabank, but run by the West Indies Cricket Board in 16 territories in the Caribbean. And Jamaica is just one of those. This year we tried to identify as much as we could the best 50 or 60 youngsters in Jamaica, and we will provide them with 1 week of training. This training will not just be related to cricket, but we hope to improve your knowledge of the game. So we will be speaking to you at some time, classroom sessions about the laws of the game. We'll also be reinforcing the importance of proper deportment and just how you treat yourself as young people. We'll also be talking about conflict resolution and how do you resolve conflict as they occur. But most of all, we really want you to enjoy yourselves, because it is through the enjoyment and through the love of the sport that we'll be able to produce the cricketers of tomorrow. And if you even don't play for West Indies and Jamaica, you will go watch cricket at Sabina Park, right? Now, I'm going to introduce to you this evening some very important persons that we have here. Starting from my extreme left, Mr. Michael Salmon, Kiddy Cricket coach. Welcome him, please. Well done, I can't see, so you can't clap. Mr. Gary Graham, Kiddy Cricket coach. Mr. Gavin Wallace, former first-class cricketer and former West Indies A right-arm leg spinner, Kiddy Cricket coach. Give him a round of applause. Over on my extreme right, Mr. Ephraim McLeod, Kiddy Cricket coach. Now, Mr. McLeod, in addition to his coaching duties, will also be what we call camp father. He will be in charge of all the boys, right? He's in charge of you. He'll replace your father. And we're going to talk some later on about some of the rules of the camp. Miss Monique Wisdom. Miss Monique Wisdom. She is a qualified nurse, but is doubling up both as our nurse for this camp as well as our camp mother. Give her a round of applause. To Miss Wisdom left is Mr. Baron Watson. He is a director of the Jamaica Cricket Association. Give him a round of applause, please. In addition to being a director of the Jamaica Cricket Association, Mr. Baron Watson is the chairman of the under-15 selectors. Is him pick the under-15 team. So no need to impress him, okay? And he will be visiting you during the course of the training. Now, of course, we can't do without our sponsors. Representing Scotiabank this evening is Mr. Wright. Mr. Mr. Dwight Wright. Give him a round of applause. Also joining us later on will be two other coaches. You see how much coaches we have? We'll have Mr. Cleon Smith, who, by the way, was, Mr. Watson? Is currently the under-17 coach, and he was the women's coach last year. He may or may not be the women's coach this year. Sitting over my right, but because he's so short, I missed him. Mr. Osborne Kirkpatrick, also Kiddy cricket coach. Please recognize him. Also joining us tomorrow is Mr. Dwight Washington. He's a former West Indies fast bowler. He only played one test match, but at least that is one more than I played. Definitely. Sitting at the back, who did the registration, is Miss Ricketts, who is our camp administrator and will also be playing the role of guidance counselor during our camp. Please. I'm sorry, I always mix up her name. Miss Winter, please, okay? Now, at this point in time, I'm going to ask Mr. Wright to make brief remarks on behalf of Scotiabank.
Good afternoon, Mr. Service, coaches, parents, and young cricketers. Good afternoon. May I see the hands of all those who are excited to be here this afternoon? Very good. Now, as a young person, the chance to be involved in a sporting competition is a big deal. Many kids do not get this opportunity, so I want you to really make the most of this. In addition to learning about the game and building your competence in the game, we want you to pay attention to other important skills that you must develop to be successful in all other areas of your life. Experts at the Ohio Center for Sports Psychology have identified 9 mental skills that can help you to be successful in sport and in other areas of life. Successful athletes choose and maintain a positive attitude. They maintain a high level of self-motivation. They set high realistic goals. They deal effectively with people. They use positive self-talk. Use positive mental imagery. They manage anxiety effectively. They manage their emotions effectively. And they maintain concentration, which I think is very helpful when in this sport. How can these skills help you? Believe it or not, they can also help you with situations such as the following: singing in front of a crowd, giving a class presentation, taking a driving test, performing brain surgeries, those of us who might be going on want to be a doctor, landing a spacecraft on the moon, or taking GSAT. Scotiabank supports kiddie cricket because we want you to be better persons. We want you to really grow to learn how to cooperate with others, manage stress, maintain a positive perspective on life. And remember that you engage in your sport because it enhances your life. You owe it to yourself and to those who you care about, you to do your best. You cannot do more. Win or lose, you're still the same person. And life goes on. It is your chosen commitment and struggle towards excellence that makes you a better person, not your win-lose record. Enjoy yourself, learn and savor the day. Also, remember the history of the game and work hard to be part of the future of the game. And while remembering all of Jamaica's and West Indies' achievements in cricket, focus on getting your name also in the history books. Have a great week. Thank you very much.
May I invite you to give our representative from Scotiabank another round. Without Scotiabank, this would not have been possible. Under 15 selector to share brief words with you, Mr. Watson.
Good afternoon. Mr. Service, you mentioned he is the chairman of the under 15 selection committee. Him don't say that because I want next year or 2 years ago, I look at you and select you. Because possibly next year I'm not the chairman. But he's trying to emphasize that Jamaica lost yesterday, and I select that team. Yeah, it come as part of the job. I'm feeling proud this evening to be here representing the Jamaica Cricket Association. I must apologize for the president and the first vice president who is away on West Indies duty. But Kiddy's cricket is where it all started. It starts with you. Just a while ago, Mr. Service told me that one present West Indies player, Kemar Roach, came to Kiddy's cricket program. So it all starts here, right? You must make the best use of Scotiabank sponsored Kiddy's cricket and ensure that you use it to develop yourself in the game of cricket. Now, we just don't play cricket. It comes in many different forms. Administrator, doctor, scorers, all aspects of cricket now you can earn money from. So you must come to the Kiddy's cricket and be part of some form of the cricket. Now, this camp will ensure that you must ensure that you enjoy yourself and, as I said before, make good use of the camp. Now, this part of the cricket where you just use the liquor rubber ball and the bat, possibly it can stop here now. Possibly next year coming up, the primary school and the prep school will be going back to the equipment, the bat, the tough ball, 4.5 ounce or 4 3/4, the pad, and the batting gloves and the helmet. Because it's no more under 15 tournament, it's now under 14. So you find out that the Jamaica team play now, this is the first time some of them using the hard ball and the equipment. So just Kiddy cricket now in Jamaica will be using these equipment. We'll be going back to the original equipment in cricket. So make use of it and ensure that next year somebody will be playing for not just the Jamaica under 15 team, but we also have a development team that we select every year, 13-year-old. Ensure that one of you or two of you this year from this Kiddy's program will be on that team. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Now, it is very important now that you listen very, very carefully. During the registration, we, as a part of registering for the camp, one of the things we do is that we record any medical challenges you have. Please make sure If you have asthma, or you have any challenges, or if there's any concerns about your health, you report it to us, your camp mother, your camp father, as early as possible. We have a doctor on call who, if there are injuries, he will respond to it. And during the training, we will also, hopefully, we are making arrangements to have a physio who, if anybody have any such ailments. Now, this camp have some simple rules. If there is a fight, you go home. We don't tolerate fights in this camp. That is rule number 1. Rule number 2, we only use toothpaste and toothbrush for brush with teeth. Let me repeat that. If there is any incidents of toothpaste being used in any other way, the perpetrators will simply go home. Now, everything we do in this camp is according to clockwork. Mr. Watts will tell you, when the Jamaica team departing at Sabina Park to go to the airport, and they say the bus departs at 9 a.m. The bus departs at 9 a.m. If you are late, then you have to take your own responsibility to get to the airport. Therefore, please note the following times. Breakfast is at 7:30 a.m. in the mornings. If you are late for breakfast, then somebody will simply have yours. I know I would get that. We will have lunch at the training venue, which is down at Kirkvine, down at the bottom of the hill. After 7:30 breakfast, for now, we will depart here at 9 o'clock. A bus will come here at 9 and will shuttle us down to the training venue. So breakfast is 7:30. We'll eat, sort out ourselves, and then get ready for departure. What we mean by that is that we are all to be assembled out the front here for the bus at 9 o'clock. Now, boys and girls, listen to me. The responsibility to keep your rooms in the condition that they are in is yours. It will be supervised by your camp mother and your camp father. Therefore, we expect that you will make up your bed in the morning. That's a rule of this camp that applies to everybody. We expect that the things that you are leaving behind will be packed away very neatly, right, in the room, right? These are some rules of the camp, so that when I visit and I see a room, right, and all the rooms untidy, my head scratch me, because one of the prizes that I'm going to give out during this is the best kept room. It is one of the prizes that is going to be given out in this camp, the best kept room. So we go and visit the rooms at different times and make a note. All right. Now, bedtime is how much o'clock? All right. All right. Bedtime for us is 8:30. That's not too bad. All right. All right. Reasonable people. We have just decided to extend the time to 9. Clap we. Now, by bed, what we mean, is that boys must be confined to the. That's what we mean. There is space in the dorm. The camp father will go inside here, but they should be running up and down outside. The girls will be confined in their rooms, not on the path and run up and down. By the way, I have made an arrangement for some talk shop operated here in the evening, and we'll advise you tomorrow at some time what time the talk shop will operate. Right? We will also be providing some little goodies every now and then for you in the evenings. So in addition to 3 meals, you go get little goodies from us so you can't hungry. But for those who easy for hungry, right? We will have one talk shop too. So after we deal with your case and you're hungry again, you go to talk shop. But beg you listen, the talk shop is not going to be open for any long period of time. I think it is going to be for about half hour. So if you miss the shop, sorry for you. Shop lock. Now, listen to me carefully. While going around this camp, right? You see how the place look clean and nice? Huh? All right, hold on now. Plastic buckle must be dropped. We will be providing all the garbage receptacles and bags that are necessary to ensure that we are able to control those things. Camp father and camp mother, that you are to be up out of bed by 6 a.m. Now, listen why you have to get up 6. Listen why, hello, listen, there's a reason why. In the case of the male dorm, in particular, where is almost 50 now, right? And there is a limited amount of places to have shower. So you have to get up early and start getting a shower. And by the way, everybody in this camp have to bathe at least twice a day. Morning, at least morning and evening, at least. And those who want to bathe 3 and 4 times in a quarrel. Good. At least twice. Keep quiet, please. At least twice a day. Now, when me come, hold on. Boss man, me on TV. Please cut because some things are. Philip Service, West Indies Cricket Board Territorial Development Officer, whose responsibility it is to coordinate the kiddie cricket program in Jamaica.
Talk to me. You mentioned earlier. What is this camp about?
Well, what we have here is the beginning of WICB Scotiabank sponsored Kiddie Cricket Summer Camp 2013. We have presently almost 60 children here, drawn from kiddie cricket schools all over Jamaica. What we tried to do, earlier this year we had a preliminary games which qualified certain schools for a festival and also qualified to participate in the international display at Sabina Park. From those activities and other activities that we have had in the school, we tried to identify the best talent that exists in our program over Jamaica. And we are here to, during this summer camp, to offer them additional assistance and the highest quality coaching available to add to their development of their talent.
Okay, so you have, you say you had coaches there. I noticed not like a champion coach you have either.
No.
Sensible, qualified, I must say. Qualified
Yes.
coaches. So mention about the coaches. And
Well, the coaches who are involved in the program, we have Dwight Washington, former West Indies fast bowler. We have Gavin Wallace, former West Indies A leg spinner. We also have Cleon Smith, who is currently the under-17 coach of the Jamaica team. We also have experienced coaches like Ephraim McLeod. We also have young and upcoming coaches like Osborne Kirkpatrick from Portland and Gary Graham here from Manchester.
Objective, really.
The objective of the camp is really to, on one hand, develop the skills of the players to another level, but also in a camp setting to also concentrate on the development of personal life skills, which we think is important in developing the overall human being. Not all of these children may play test class cricket, but at the end of the day, we want them to be better citizens, to be better citizens in their community and in their schools.
Scotia really taking the head
No, Scotia has basically been an important partner in this process. And, you know, without Scotiabank, we could not have achieved this.
She had to ask me question.
Me, I go, come. For the records. For the records, you mind just who you are, please?
Sorry. Stephanie Taylor.
Okay, Stephanie, you're here at the Scotia Youth Camp, Cricket Camp. Tell me, how was it?
Well, it's my first time being here. I must say it was a great experience, you know, being around the been around the boys and the girls, and I think it was a nice experience. And I'm sorry that I won't be here again. I mean, during the course of the week and stuff like that because of school. But if I do get a chance like this again, I will definitely be back.
Okay, what does that mean with you? I mean, well, they have asked you a lot of questions like, what's your highest score, how many centuries you've made, and tell me how was the interaction with them?
I think the interaction was really good. I think they asked some really good questions. I mean, they want to know, I mean, about this player, this person really. So I think it was good to know what I did in the past and what am I still doing.
Okay, well, I'll touch up with Scotia thing. But in terms of your personal development, one second. In terms of training, matches, etc., what's that mean with you?
Well, Stefan is preparing for regional competition, women's regional competition, and uh, England and New Zealand coming out in October. So I'm now in training, preparing for that.
Okay, and you're in tip-top shape, no injuries, nothing like that.
Yeah, no injuries at the moment, but still in process. We are still working on some basic stuff. Where training lies. So hopefully I'll be ready and to really compete.
All right, do you think it's a good camp that you're attending? This camp is really beneficial. It's something a good idea that Scotia is doing to sponsor from the grassroots, the level that you can probably see a more level, improved level overall in West Indies or Jamaica for that matter.
Well, speaking to I spoke to Mr. Service and he said it's the first this camp has been held, and so far he said that starting from yesterday he thought that the camp went pretty well. I personally think that it's a good thing, seeing that you have females in the thing, young girls coming up. I mean, that's what we really want. I think that's what I would really love to know, that you have a lot of Stephanie Taylor coming out of Jamaica soon, or most of the schools really. And I think that not just the Scotiabank or kiddies cricket. I think that it should start from in the school where you have girls playing more with the boys.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Yep. Well, do you think right enough? Do safety and all of them first enough? It's not silly, it's not no silly. Go ahead. Yep. You in there? What? Yeah, man. Done this. What are you doing?